when you got someone like Elon Musk that is explicitly, clearly, and openly doing worse. They don't have a peep to say about it. It's deranged sides cuckball. Man, maybe he gets to it later. It just feels so crazy that a guy that runs a big tech platform has leaked your DMs, and you're going on about like some misunderstanding or it's about editors, but it's not. It's just not like one of the... He is just so relaxed about the whole thing. It's crazy, dude. Okay, dude, I was about to say I'm really racist. Bro, if we had your way, we'd all be going... Other funny gaming news, okay? So, for those of you that don't know, Asmongold and Elon Musk have gotten into an internet beef. An absolutely bizarre sentiment, but that is 2024, I guess. And it's all to do with a game called Path of Exile.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
David Duchovny plays a transvestite in Twin Peaks. 10/10.
Thank you for the super chat. Oh, 2025, whatever the fucking year is. So anyway, it's all to do with a game called Path of Exile 2. A video by Quinn69 came out claiming pretty convincingly that Elon Musk has boosted his Path of Exile 2 account. Asmongold ended up making a video being critical of it, but some were saying he was like not giving it enough attention because he didn't want to be critical of Elon. That was the claim. Anyway, this then led to some drama. Elon Musk released DMs between him and Asmongold, and it's also claimed that Elon Musk took away Asmongold's checkmark on Twitter as some sort of weird, bitter punishment for this. Anyway, Asmongold has now put a video out to explain his side of it. So we're going to have a look at this. And yeah, pretty crazy stuff that's been happening. Let's see what his side is.
Oh, what a day. What a day already, huh? All right, so we got to step back. I think it was on Thanksgiving. Elon hit me up. He was like, what's up? And, you know, we talked for a bit. And he was talking about like what I would want to do to like maybe upload content onto X, right? Onto Twitter. I told him like basically this would be something I'd be down to do, but I wanted to check with my editors. I think that there was a communication breakdown here because I think that Elon thought that what I meant by editors is like the New York Times editors. So then that happens and...
Oh, I see. So Asmongold just meant talk to my YouTube editors because what impact might it have on them and the monetization and stuff. But Elon Musk thought we had to check with his editor. Oh, dude. So this is all about Elon thinking he can get his content on there, and then Asmongold said a miscommunication, thinking that Asmon has to check with someone.
We kind of like stopped talking and it was like, all right, yeah, we'll see what happens. Because another person from X reached out to me and I think I was going to join like their Discord and I told them like I could help consult with like, you know, doing video stuff too. I told a couple of people, but like I'm not going to go out and be like, yeah, this guy messaged me. To be honest with you guys, I've talked to a lot of well-known influential people. You know, like I don't think it's that big of
a... Bro, Asmongold is such a fucking loser, dude. Who's got the clip? Dude, I didn't watch this on stream because it was so fucking retarded, him sweeping. Who has got the clip of him relentlessly shitting on Yamato, that Yamato guy, over the pirate software shit, right? He was going fucking insane on him, refusing to have a conversation, shitting on him, for what? Telling his side of a drama about World of Warcraft, right? But with this guy who runs Twitter has leaked your private DMs for no good reason and mischaracterized you, and this is how you're dealing with it so diplomatically. It's so fucking pathetic, dude. It's so obvious that the way he's handling this is that much different because it's fucking Elon Musk. But when it's some shitter streamer that he thinks he can get away with talking some shit to, he just goes hell for leather.
Deal? It's just a guy, right? I mean, like, what the fuck? And so, like, yeah, who else? I'm not going to make a bunch of lists. A lot of well-known influential people. You know, like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's just a guy, right? I mean, like, what the fuck? And so, like, yeah, who else? I'm not going to make a bunch of lists, right? I mean, I don't go and do that stuff. 4chan is right, you are a Jew. Well, we'll get to that. I do want to make one thing abundantly clear. You will not find that on my early life Wikipedia part, okay? I'm German. It's the opposite. So get that out of your fucking head. But anyway, so this happened on Thanksgiving. And obviously, like, you know, I've been critical of some of the things that he's done, like with Twitter, etc. But overall, I've been pretty positive about it. And
what's this? First month's video is 2.5 minutes. Oh, yeah. So this, because I didn't know the ins and outs of it. But I'd heard people claiming that asmongold wasn't talking shit on... This is Quinn69 said that asmongold wasn't covering his video about Elon Musk. And asmongold said, I've got a video up on the second channel about this. But then apparently that video was like 3.5 minutes long talking about Elon Musk. But then there was some other video that was like much longer talking shit about some random nonsense that doesn't matter, right? So I think the idea was that although he said he'd covered it, he hadn't done it extensively, like he would have done if it was like someone else, you know? So I think the idea is that, you know, he's handling it differently. And look, if he wants to handle it differently, that's fine. That's up to him. If he wants to handle it differently because it's Elon Musk. And I mean, dude, if you're beefing with someone that runs Twitter, you probably do need to handle that more sensitively. But I think it's the fact that asmongold is not recognizing that and he's acting like this is all totally normal and what I normally do. When that doesn't seem to be the case, it does seem like you are handling it differently, but you're not recognizing that you are or saying that you are, you know?
And everything's been good, right? I didn't really talk to him at all about the H-1B visa thing and like the Sam Hyde video. Like, I wasn't really sure how he'd... I wonder... I never asked him if he watched the Sam Hyde video. I should probably ask him that. But anyway, we'll get to that too. I apologize that I was gonna write everything out on Twitter and explain it all, but I'm lazy, and so I just didn't. And you were just gonna go live and I'll just explain it all. But I'm explaining this extemporaneously, right? So you've got to assume that there's gonna be some inconsistencies. I'm gonna be back and forth, etc. So anyway, so yeah, I had talked to him and we had interacted positively before, and you know, this was good, not really a big deal, everything's fine. And so anyway, you admit the checkmark removed because the disagreement is fucked. We'll get to that. And so anyway, you know, everything's been fine, everything's been good, and then basically...
And he was at a con at the time. I mean, I just, you know, I don't care what fucking excuses you've cooked up, right? I mean, I would just guess, even just firing from the hip, that asmongold is probably handling this differently because it's Elon Musk. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you are directly involved in like a beef with him, I think you're going to be more tactful because this guy's pretty powerful and you might be concerned about that, right? I think that's reasonable. But it's the idea that that isn't happening that I think is annoying. And then the other thing, not from necessarily asmongold's perspective, it's from everyone else. I'm sat here thinking like, you know, I was speaking about this on stream the other day. It's just bizarre to me that people that normally make a big stink about, you know, political control of social media platforms and stuff don't seem to care about this. They don't seem to give a fuck of any of this happening. And in some cases are even going out of the way to defend it, right? And what it feels like, look, there's definitely something to be said about billionaires using their money to influence politics, right? So I don't have a problem with pointing out what things George Soros is involved with. Totally reasonable to say, well, there's this thing here that's funding this, and my concern is this. That's totally fine to say. But it's like, the rightoids will go fucking ballistic over George Soros all the time, endlessly, constantly bang on about it. But then, when you got someone like Elon Musk that is explicitly, clearly, and openly doing worse, they don't have a peep to say about it. It's fucking deranged sides-cuck bullshit, man.
100% correct about Jess Phillips, though.
Thank you for the tip. Like, have some consistent fucking principles, okay? If you're going to fucking post 20 times about George Soros because he took a shit the wrong way, I think you've got to be at least somewhat critical of what Elon is doing. Because this kind of using the money to control politics is a lot more fucking pronounced and prominent with Elon Musk, right? Most conservative spots I've seen are completely against Elon. So, just to be clear, right? I'm just painting with broad strokes, right? I'm not saying that every single conservative is not criticizing Elon Musk, okay? But I'm saying there's a broad trend amongst the right of turning the other way or not meaningfully criticizing Elon Musk when he's doing things that, if it was a progressive doing it, they would be spitting feathers over, right? And I think it's because, particularly in America, it feels like, and it's over here as well, it's not just America, but it's like this mentality, this cancerous mentality that you conceptualize something the other side is doing, and whether or not it's doing it, you then justify your side's behavior based on your potentially incorrect conceptualization and what the other side is doing. You see what I mean? And it's like, oh, well, there's George Soros, so it's okay if Elon Musk buys Twitter and turns it into a, you know, a mass MAGA supporting fucking platform, etc., etc., etc. You know, oh, Jack Dorsey censored the laptop story. Well, it's totally fine that Elon Musk is using his, you know, a platform and power to do this, this,
Okay,
this, and this.
that's
And it's like, but it's not equivalent. It's not the same.
Money off
You know?
depressed people.
Seems like you could use an attitude adjustment. It's irrational Chad on X, right?
Thank you for the 333. So, I don't know, dude. It's like, there's obviously a lot of sides cuckery here, right? There's a lot of sides cuckery, and I just don't like it.
Okay,
and I just
that's
wish people were more
wonderful.
consistent
But
in
how
their
do I make
perspectives, you know?
money off
Some are
depressed
good,
people?
some
So
aren't.
the
Annoying.
right is starting to behave like the left did for 12 years and now you wanna cry about it.
Yes,
Boo fucking hooch.
you're summarizing it perfectly.
Some gawk and sip it up. It's our time now.
Thank you for the 333. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You've conceptualized things that the left are doing, and then you're using that to justify what your side is. That's exactly what I'm talking about now. You've just perfectly summarized it in that dono.
Basically, I react to the POE video, and we have Elon and I have a disagreement in DMs, and a brief disagreement, and this, of course, was at I don't know, like 2:30 in the morning, which is, you know, like that's pretty much usual, right? We had a disagreement about this, and then I was
dude. I get that there's some progressives that are retarded sweepers from their side too. Okay, right? But it's like, I thought, and I said at the time, that the shit about the laptop was bad. I said that that was shit and they shouldn't have fucking censored it, right? And it's like, okay, so I'll do that. I'll say that about what is more the left progressive side, okay? But then when it's the right's turn to do it, right? And it's expected from you, you go, well, what about the left? And it's like, okay, well, I've said that the left are bad at doing that. What about your side? It's your turn to criticize your side now. And then the criticism just doesn't seem to come. And there's just a desperation to put it all back on you as someone that's on the left and is progressive. Very frustrating dynamic.
It's like, yeah, whatever. And I went to bed, right? Because I was tired. And I got up the next day, and that was yesterday. I guess it was yesterday. And so then he had unfollowed me. And who started the DM?
Look how dishonest. These people are liars. They're total liars. Soros floods the streets with murderers. Elon is a spurg on Twitter. Totally equivalent, guys. Aren't I so fair? Well, that's an easy ban because you're being completely and utterly retarded and unreasonable in what you're saying there. Right? Like, you're being so dishonest about the dynamic at play, acting like the problem is Elon spurging out on Twitter. That's an easy ban. Where are they? John?
He did.
Where is this fucking
he did, yeah. And so, yeah, he had messaged me. And so, if Elon played WoW, he wouldn't have...
Remember what I said? Dude, I said exactly this. The conceptualization of something that the left has done, rightly or wrongly, it doesn't matter. They conceptualize it, regardless of whether it's right or wrong, exactly how that guy did, and then they use it to justify the actions of the right, in this case, by downplaying what Elon Musk is doing. Exactly the dynamic I was talking about.
Ashes of Lar? Yeah, basically. Show the DMs? Well, no, I wouldn't show the DMs. You know, like, I thought leaking DMs was... I thought this was bad... this was bad etiquette, right? This is bad.
Why do you hold the right to a higher standard? Oh, damn, we're getting a lot of fucking bans today, aren't we? I don't hold the right to any standards. I expect nothing from the right because they're fucking a bunch of utter mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging retards.
Mistakes by restoring Greater Germany. I won't take the politics of a leftish Brit who has lost their country to a bunch of Islamists. Enjoy the Quran, get fucked. America the new empire.
Thank you for the 420. What is the higher standard? Is this a higher standard? Hold your same side to the standards that you espouse. Is that really a higher standard? Dude, I talk constantly about how fucked the left are and progressives are. I constantly talk about it, right? Exactly that same criticism too, that they don't criticize their own side, but things they say is bad. And then when that's on the right, it's, oh, why are you holding the right to such a... There's no high standard. I'm just saying, the things you espouse, hold your own side to the standard you say that you have. That's it. Is that really that high a fucking standard? Bro, this is why you can't fuck... This righties are fucking so retarded, bro. You cannot say anything. They're so sensitive that the most baseline standard is too much for their little fucking tiny brains to handle, man.
Bad internet etiquette for me to do. He did. And also, like, you have to understand that it could also be against the terms of service. And one of us, the two of us, one of us owns the website and the other one doesn't, right?
Yes, Chud makes sweeping statements about the left without any sort of disclaimer about generalising them, but the moment he does is the right as they
that's
cry.
Wonderful.
What you can speak in broad strokes. Dude, this is so true. I speak in broad strokes. I don't want to preface everything. I don't want to endlessly have to say, not all X. I want to be able to paint a broad stroke, which is, you know, largely as a trend true, and not everyone. I do it with the left and the right, I just don't say fuck all about it. But the moment I do it about the right, they start fucking crying. It's pathetic, dude. Utterly pathetic. You guys are just as bad as the leftoids in that concept. You want the endless prefacing. You want the endless commentary. You want to be fucking coddled endlessly. It's fucking obnoxious, dude.
So I'm not going to leak the DMs, okay? But basically, I said to him, one of the things I said to him is, I said, level 97, you know, don't you think you're flying a little bit too close to the sun?
It's just not that unremarkable to point out that on the right, there are a large component of people that are permissive of Elon's behavior because it benefits them. Okay? And I don't think that's a controversial sentiment, and I don't think that's an insane idea. But right, or do you want to act like it is? Maybe you individually on the right, maybe you think it's bad. Good for you. I'm glad that you're being critical of that. I think you've got a better baseline and style. I'll coddle you. Okay? Well done. Good job. You've got good morals. Congratulations. Okay?
Parties are shit. The left, the right. But never the Reich. Elon is a mouth-breathing retard who fucks mentally ill women as breed stumps. But Chud might find that base.
Okay.
Do better.
Thank you for the 333. But like, surely you like. I know that you know, because I know that you see it. I know that you see people that fucking dick suck Elon Musk for doing things that if a progressive were doing it, people would be kicking off about. And you look at it, if you do have these kind of ideas, and you probably think, God, why are they sucking off Elon? I don't like this. I think it's bad no matter who is running the platform if they're doing it for a political reason. Do you know what I mean? You know, and the thing is like, I don't really ever get into it that much. I'm not like super political anymore. It just is very frustrating when you make a kind of broad statement that is fairly unremarkable and people act like you're saying something crazy or you're expecting some super high standard. When the standard is just, if you say you believe something, you should believe that even when your own side is doing it, you know? Anyway. Let's focus on the drama, because otherwise my head's going to explode before I go away.
You know, or something like that, LOL. And, you know, it was, wonderful. You know, a conversation like that. And that's basically what it was.
Over a fucking Poe, imagine what he could do when more important matters are at hand. This isn't just spedging out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the other point as well, is like, this guy's got his levers of control over a massive social media platform. And then he's doing fucking petty shit like this, right? And he's also going to be connected to the Trump administration.
It was. And what a crazy day. And
I'm lost. What should Elon's reprimand be? Okay, if you're saying that you're lost because you're trying to act like this is confusing or this criticism is somehow confusing in some way. It's not. It's very simple, okay? The reprimand is that Elon Musk should not be managing the platform like this, and if he is going to have this control over this platform, he shouldn't be as close to the Trump administration. Okay? Well, that's my perspective on it. There's no reprimand. It seems to be happening and no one seems to be stopping it, so there's nothing that can be done. And if he is going to have this position, he needs to be far more hands-off and certainly not leaking DMs or some shitter streamer because they got a disagreement about a video game.
And so, which, I mean, I think that's true. And anyway, so this all happened, and
bro, if I was talking 5 or 6 years ago, okay, and I was saying Jack Dorsey should not have meaningful connections to government if he wants to run a big social media platform, okay, totally uncontroversial to the right, totally uncontroversial sentiment. But now it's Elon Musk and Trump. All of a sudden, that's some crazy concept to you guys. It's fucking insane concept. It's not. It's what you said you believed, but apparently you don't when it's benefiting you.
And I woke up and I had like 3 of my like real life friends texting me. They were like, bro, like, so what the fuck is like, what's going on? Like, did he really take your check mark away? And so, I didn't do, like, when I went to bed, I didn't have I had the check mark and I had the gaming thing. When I woke up, I had neither. Then I had the check mark. Then I had the check mark and the gaming thing. And
he gets check marked on his in-platform. Okay. Elon Musk, okay, this is very simple. Elon Musk runs a big tech platform. He is strongly embedded with the incoming Trump administration, okay, to the point where he is going to be allegedly or apparently heading up some sort of department dealing with government efficiency. So he's got a strong connection to the government whilst running a big tech platform. Question I would ask, how would you feel about it if it was 6 or 7 years ago and it was Jack Dorsey doing it? Off of perceived connections to the government, on the basis of communication, people freaked out about it when it was Jack Dorsey. Now they're just saying it openly. Yep, this is what's happening. You should have the same outrage about it if you want to be consistent in your views on this, right?
now I only have the check mark. So just so we are
And I'm not even, listen, I'm not even saying you need to do anything about it. There's nothing you can really do about it, right? There's nothing you could do about it. There's nothing to stop it. It's just recognizing it and being honest that, yeah, that's a problem, and not just fucking cocksucking Elon Musk because it benefits your political side. That's it. That's all it is, you know?
Clear on what happened. So go to bed,
That's wonderful. But how do I
check
make
mark,
money off depressed people?
and gaming tag.
Thank you, $2 Canadian.
Wake up. Neither. Later. Check mark. But no gaming tag. After that, check mark and gaming tag. Now, check mark, no gaming tag. This is what's happened. I'm not mad about this. I'm not angry. You know, to me, I think that
Wait, what?
this is what's happened. I'm not mad about this. I'm not angry. You know, to me,
Like, I get that asmongold. Like, dude, if I was beefing with Elon Musk, okay, I would be concerned and I would be tactful in how I deal with it, okay? So I don't think it's unreasonable that he's being tactful, but it's like, this is fucking insane. Like, this is crazy. Like, all asmongold did is be honest about his perspective about what he thinks about Elon Musk's Path of Exile 2 account, and this is the consequence. So it's like, it just feels like he's being too tactful. He's being too soft on this. I'm not saying he needs to go hell for leather and call him a fucking retarded South African loser or something, but it's like quite low energy considering what's at stake here. You know, like, it's pretty wild.
I think that he will get over it, and he will see where I'm coming from. I think that in any sort of a group, if you don't call out bad actions by people, they multiply, and there's no need, and nobody he'll see my point of view, right? He will. He'll see my point of view, and this is the way I see it, man. You can't go and you can't do this in front of everybody and expect for people to say that the emperor's got new clothes. You can't do it because it makes everybody complicit in a known lie. And you bought Twitter because the world was compelled into being complicit.
Hey! See, look, Risty Gymnast, that's the kind of energy I like to see. Chat, I am far right. You MAGA gimps are pussy retards. Based.
With so many known lies. And so, if
You're not
I'm
right
calling
enough.
this out, don't view it as a virus or like anything negative. This is the inoculation. I'm saying this so we don't have the same type of fucking weird biases, double standards, and bullshit that he and I have complained about for years.
Okay. This is fair. This is good. This is good to call this out. Yep. Double standards and stuff is a problem, sure.
For fucking years.
That's good.
And so the thing is, and I'm not saying like you're not the worst person, it's not the terrible guy or anything like that. But come on, man, you get 97's too high.
I subscribed and waited a minute. Oh, have I still got subscriber only mode on? Oh, that's it. Well, am I getting botted now? I think I'm getting botted again. That's only to stop the bots and shit. But anyway.
Okay, that's wonderful.
I just lost.
How do I make money off depressed people?
When the right does bad actions, gets a check mark removed. When the left does bad, removes all your social media and debanks you. HRMMM save level Chud.
You're doing the same thing again.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Elon
But how
is
do I
gay,
make money
but the left
off
went
depressed
nuclear
people?
over
Elon
the
is
past showing
12
he will
years.
take away people's source of money over Elon himself lying. You really want this billionaire tech overlord in the federal gov?
Thank you for the super chat. Austrian Painter, you're a valued supporter of the stream and I appreciate you, but you're doing exactly the thing that I'm talking about, where you are conceptualizing things the left has done and are using it to justify this. Taking away someone's check mark, okay, I don't know the behind the scenes stuff, but that could potentially influence someone's income. Now, obviously, it doesn't matter for asmongold because he's minted and he's got loads of other revenue sources anyway. But imagine if this was like a demonetization on YouTube or something like that, you know? Like, I feel like you're pointing to the extremity of things that have happened in regards to progressives. And I, again, don't agree with debanking. I think the shit like that's wrong. I'm completely against that. But you're using the extremes of behavior to then talk about this, where it's like, this is just indicative of a problem. And there's things you can point on the progressive side that aren't as serious as you've said, that I would also say are indicative of a problem, you know? So, I don't know, dude. It's like, I just feel like, it's like, I get it. I just find it a bit frustrating where it's like, yes, we can talk about the bad things the left have done, but can we get fucking real? We've got an incoming Trump presidency, okay? And I'm sure there's going to be lots of libtarded orange man bad shit, but like, there are obviously going to be issues that are going to come up, and it's going to be so obnoxious if it's like, we're talking in the moment now about things that are happening. It's like, well, what about the stuff the left did over the last 12 years? And it's like, well, yeah, I know that sucked as well, but now this sucks now, and it feels like you just want to talk about what's happened in the past. And it's almost like you're saying it's a revenge. You're saying it's like a revenge. I mean, to be fair, an Austrian painter is likely to be somewhere on the far right. You know, that's fine. But it's just pointing out that, like, I don't want to fucking...
The result of the right
do you know what I mean?
using their principles in order to win. A case of if you can't beat them, then join them. Retarded on both sides.
Thank you for the super chat.
And if you want to have somebody play your account, that's fine. But you can't go and act like you played it yourself. Like, it's not a big deal. So he's mad at you for defending Pirate? No, this... Well, actually, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that is why. I have no idea. And so anyway, that's what it was. And so anyway...
More of a reckoning, if you will. Okay. I mean, listen. Okay, I don't want to dwell on it too much. We're getting too into the politics. I'm more interested in the drama of this, okay? But I can already see the next 4 years being an endless fucking repeat of point out issue or point out problem. Oh, what about the left, though? What about the left? Well, yeah, obviously, you know, when the left are in power, it's like, and don't get me wrong, yes, I'll coddle you a bit, don't worry. Both sides do this, obviously, it's not just one side, but it's like, if there is a predominant political party in power, you've got to expect that they are going to receive the brunt of the criticism whilst they're in power, okay? You've obviously got to expect that's going to be the case. Of course, that's the way it's going to go, you know?
This is what happened. No gaming tag because I'm bad. So, okay, the reason why I don't have the gaming tag is because I'm bad at video games. That makes sense. Well, anyway, so Elon messaged me, and, not messaged me, Elon tweeted about this earlier, and now the community, this is so funny, this community note tag has gone back and forth. Listen, guys, I don't need anybody defending my gaming abilities. So, Now we have what happened today. Okay, so now we have what's happened today. And Elon can also treat this as my formal application to the Trump administration's video game czar position that they can create for me. I think that if anything, this shows my my lack of bias and my ruthless pursuit of the truth. And so that's okay. Anyway, Maverick Independent. Yes, Asmon behaves like a Maverick Independent, but in reality has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He is not his own man. And so anyway, what he's referring to is he's referring to a conversation we had. And I said, I'm going to see if my editors want to make a second account for it even. This was in response to...
It's so funny that this is all over a misunderstanding of this.
Okay, that's
Not understanding he's talking about editors running a channel, not running everything he does.
King Stylo, even though you are black, I love you. I love Chud, and I can say yes, I have a favor to the right side. Now the comeuppance happens.
Okay,
Moral frogging on any side is bad, and Stylo is right. Stylo is correct. Chud is a gay chaser. Love you.
Thank you, Austrian Painter, for the 333. Yeah, exactly. He thinks editor is a newspaper editor, not editor for the video. And not, you know, dude, it's just everyone that's a YouTuber or is in the arena that watches this stuff knows exactly what this means. But Elon Musk got the totally wrong end of the stick and is acting like an obnoxious prick over it. All because asmongold said, oh yeah, I think you boosted your PoE account and I've got questions about your other gameplay too.
Uploading content onto Twitter, right? And so he says, sure, who are these mysterious editors? And then these, I mean...
We have been raped for decades. Now that we are in power, we will take away the capacity to rape. Both sides bad. Okay, dude, yeah, that's... Bro, you're just leaning into exactly my conception of what you're all about. So I don't know why you keep just doing that. Like, yeah, exactly my point, right? You're conceptualizing something that the left have done and are now downplaying the things that the right are or will do going forward. Exactly what I'm saying.
You know, leaked. These are my two editors. They basically run the entire YouTube account.
The jump into all these conclusions before Donna's even inaugurated. Okay. Right. What is complicated to understand about this? This is a troubling sign, okay? It's being pointed out, from my perspective at least, maybe other people are doing it differently, as being a troubling sign. That's it, okay? Oh my God, you have, guys haven't paid attention to politics for like 15 years and you think you know who struck the first blow. Like, the idea that politics started 13 years ago is hilarious to me. And this is not a fucking product of endless and years of fucking backwards and forwards politics from the right and the left, you know? It's fucking... Stylo is so correct to point that out. He's bang on the money there. You guys are like fucking, you know, goldfish in some respect, in that you've only focused on a certain aspect of the recent political history, when there's an entire history to consider if you actually want to talk about this and analyze this, you know? But anyway... We're getting too political. We're getting too political, guys, okay? At this rate, I'm going to talk about Muslims and then more rightoids are going to leave. Travlovsky came back, though. Travlovsky, the guy that left when I made that very crass comment about Muslims, okay? He came back. I think he watched a couple of streams, and then he got annoyed because I wasn't talking about the Keir Starmer grooming gang stuff. And then I think he stopped watching again because I wasn't talking about it at that exact time. I did talk about it at some point. But yeah. Dude. Can we fulfill the goal? Sorry, yeah, we're resetting the goal.
True.
1 sec.
And so basically any content I upload is edited or uploaded by them, and they get a cut of the ad rev. It's a super good system, to be honest. Almost everyone on YouTube does it. He says, of course, interesting. And so I think that he interpreted me saying that I had editor.
Their safe space if he keeps going on like this.
Dude, listen. Generally speaking, conservatives are pretty robust, and you can spurg out about conservatives being annoying and they'll still watch. Really, it's the progressives and the left that are the fucking pussies, because you say one thing bad they don't agree with and they're gone forever. You say Carl Rittenhouse didn't murder anyone and he acted in self-defense and they're gone forever.
As like a formal publication saying that I have editors. Now, I'll tell you that I do deliberate with, you know, not only editors, but
Wait, hang on. I mean the far lefties, okay? Obviously, there's libtards, which are based, okay? Obviously. Guys, stop taking everything so personally, okay? This is why we can't get into politics. It's too complicated, okay? Just relax. Everyone relax. I love all of you, okay?
mods and friends of mine, and we talk about like content, like obviously, like, hey, yeah, like for example, my editors were the ones who suggested that I played the Five Hearts Under One Roof game, the Korean dating simulator game. They said, hey, this would probably be a good game, and so I said, okay, I'll try it out. But this is a collaborative relationship, right? I don't view myself, I don't like...
No, I'm getting botted again. You know, obviously it's annoying at this point, but yes. I think I'm probably on about 1,600 viewers, real viewers.
telling people what to do. I don't like having other people tell me what to do. I don't view anybody as working for me. Obviously, you know, there of course is going to be like some degree of hierarchy, but the reality is that these are people who have worked with me for years, and so collaborative. But I mean, you obviously have 100% veto power or the ability to do what you want, right? Well,
also,
yeah.
okay, we're getting out the politics and we're getting back in. Another interesting dynamic is that, like, Mark Zuckerberg now is bending the knee to Trump, and apparently he's walking back some of the woke shit of Facebook, and apparently he's getting rid of misinformation checkers in favor of like a community notice type system on Facebook. So I think it's interesting. It feels like these people are like, we've seen the writing on the wall. They know that Trump's coming into office, and so they're trying to like maneuver themselves into a position where they're going to be considered more favorably by a Trump administration. That was what it seems like.
Of course I can upload what I want, but yeah, I mean, I mean, it's the same as anything. So in my opinion, I think that if you don't let people that you deal with, like I have the same thing, like my mods, like we have a mod channel, and some of my mods talk shit about what I'm doing or my content all the time. All the time. Like, this is fucking, but how the fuck are you still talking about this? Bro, stop it, right? And that's not, we're honest, yes. And I told them I wanted that. Like, that's good. I don't give a fuck. It's not a big deal to me at all. And so, anyway, we got banned. Yeah, right? And so, well, because you're not the mod.
Wonderful.
And,
How do I make money off depressed people?
New goal, let's go. Chud,
Yes.
please check out Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
I think you will enjoy it, and you can play controller. Also make your character Audrey small.
Based. Thank you for the super
Okay,
chats.
that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Magtards would let Elon grape then blame Klaus Schwab for the pain after. Sad to see them abandon conservative values.
Thank you for the $5. Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg was given two choices: get in the crystal or change Facebook how we like it, and he chose the latter.
you know, I'm not, like, I don't really, like, I trust them. I don't trust randoms. And so, yeah, I'm your number one hater. Yeah, Void is very critical of the way that I was handling the subreddit, and we had conversations about that. But like a lot of my mods, we've had a lot of conversations about this, and I think that that's a good thing, personally, and this is how I've always done stuff. And the reason why I do things this way is that it's because of, like, the years that I spent doing, like, a video game, like, guild stuff. When you have people that are in your guild that they don't have a paycheck that they're relying on, that they have to listen to you for, they don't have to do anything. All they have to do is just play a video game. You have to convince people to let you lead them. And I think that if you grow up spending your entire life convincing people to allow you to lead them and at least help them, you create a better, I don't like to tell, as I said, I don't like to tell people what to do. You create a better relationship with employees, with people that you're working with, people in your guild, etc. And so, like, that's just the way that I look at it, right?
Okay, I'm a bit lost now. Why is he talking about guilds when the guy that runs one of the biggest social media platforms in the world has leaked his DMs? What has happened here exactly?
It's a better dynamic. Yes, it's a much healthier dynamic. And so it's a management
What's
style.
going on? Why is he saying all
That's the way
this?
that I do things. And anyway, so that's basically the way that I see it. I'm sorry, but this is pathetic. Why tweet this high school drama shit?
Low BZ and Friends celebrates 10 months of membership. Stylo is fair.
Thank you for the membership.
If you think this is problematic, I'm gonna need 4 more days. We have 4 more days. If you think this is crazy, I'm telling you guys, like, y'all got no idea. But pretty much that's the way that we've been doing things. And we've been doing this for many years. Like, I'm talking about like 5 years. And before then, they were just pretty much running the channels themselves. We had a consolidation, maybe in like, I think it was 2019, 2020, for a number of reasons.
Yes, Piano Man here oh my god, yes, thank you for speaking. A sensible conservative, good to see. We conservatives have been more skeptical of this, not less. Elon is extremely petty, and he's already proven himself censorious. Yeah, like, I know that there's claims with some of these things that have happened recently, and check marks getting taken away for other reasons. I just don't trust it. I don't personally trust it. I think that, you know, there is absolutely worthy concern, even for conservatives. You know, look at the fucking absolute shitstorm over the H-1B visa stuff. That was pretty wild. And I think because it's the groypers that got the shitty end of the stick, people didn't care as much or joked about it or whatever. And maybe they did do bad things, I don't fucking know. But yeah, that's like a bit concerning. And it's like, okay, maybe there's some issues with this, you know, at least.
And then now everything's pretty much all on one channel. And so, yeah, that's basically it. And that's the way the content is. That's how, like, for example, this video right here, Trump just ended the war in Israel. And so anyway, this has 1.5 million views. Well, it was uploaded 22 hours ago, which means that it was uploaded.
Dude, I mean, now look, I've got to be very clear, okay? I don't know anything about this. From what I've read somewhere, apparently there's an incoming administration member of the Trump administration that had some role in this or something like that. But, I mean, this seems like a pretty wild title. But again, maybe it's clickbait. I've not watched it. Who knows? But this feels like a very reductive perspective. I've got to be honest. Yeah, sure. You know, and obviously, yeah, you got to wait until it starts to see what happens. I agree with that. You know, be cautiously concerned. You don't need to fucking go full screaming in the street, libtard. Sure. Streamers desperately grasping at the people who work just as hard as me, if not harder, to grow my name and business, and more like partners to me than employees award. Like they're special for the thought. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm sure that, you know, asmongold's team is doing fine. It's just a bit like self-serving, I think.
At about 2 p.m. yesterday. Well, I was live at 2 p.m. yesterday. So how could this video have been uploaded if I had just reacted to it?
Also, look, I literally do not fucking know. To be absolutely clear with you, I've not read articles about this. I'm not sure. I guess that I'm just skeptical to think.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Say what you will, but it was pretty cool when Trump ended our war with the Romulans.
Thank you for the $5. I would just imagine that even if someone has had some impact more recently, I would have thought that there's been some diplomacy that's happened from the current administration that's had some impact too. So my guess would be that it's a bit more complex than just Trump has done this, right? Trump could have played a part, one of his administration could have played some role in it, but I think there's a more complex picture here that, you know, you'd probably need to go and look into to discover the full story on, would be my guess, but I don't know.
Well, it's because I have my editors doing it as well. And so that's the way that I have it. And then I also have another editor that's doing my YouTube shorts as well. And then I had another guy that was doing TikTok, and then there was like an issue. Like I got a new job.
Anyone that is a Trump supporter saying it, what I'm more concerned about is these fucking retarded lefties that like immediately just go, Biden bad, Trump good, Democrats bad, Republicans have done something actually. And it's like, is that true though? Have you actually looked into it? Or are you just fucking saying that shit because, you know, you're more concerned with shitting on the Dems than Trump or whatever? It just seems very reductive and very, like, actually look into it if you're going to speak on it. Don't just fucking, you know, conclusively make statements unless you've actually meaningfully looked into it to understand the full picture, you know?
And then like now somebody else is doing it, and like I don't have any communication with the people that run like my TikTok stuff right now. They just do whatever they want. And so yeah, anyway, so this is just how it is. Secret army. Yes, clearly the editor I have for my shorts, I don't think this is a problem for me to say. It's the same editor. I got the editor from Imaru because I thought that he did a really good job, you know, building up Imaru's presence on social media with shorts. And so
why is he going on about his editor? I get being tactful, but this just feels a bit weird. Like the fucking Elon Musk has leaked your DMs, bro. This is pretty fucking insane shit. This is hardly shitter drama. It's not like some fucking shitter has done some gay shit. This is Elon fucking Musk, bro!
Thought, okay, well, I mean, let's see if he can do that with me. It took a while for, you know, it to catch on, but I really think he's been doing a great job. I can go ahead and just pull it up
Talk
real
about
quick.
the allegations!
Social Blade, and then...
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's Yeah, this is a good comment. He's deflecting it down to a misunderstanding that Elon doesn't know what the fucking editor is. Exactly, and not Elon Musk being a petty tyrant, which is what, to me, based on everything I've seen, it seems to be. Elon was even talking shit on his like gaming as well. He said he was like a shit gamer too. It was like very petty bullshit. And the tyrant aspect is using the levers of control he has over X to do shit with his account that shouldn't be happening at all.
So, like, right now, like, we're at 23 million views. And so, like, this is going very, very well. Obviously, like, graphs are going up. And we had a tough time for a while, right? Like, first, you know, getting noticed and, like, having people pick up. But, like, you know, you just keep working.
Also, another thing I've noted as well is there's some conservative... And obviously, I don't know the inner workings of X to know exactly what's happening. So this is their claim. They're claiming this is happening. But... they're sharing images of their Twitter or X payouts, and they're saying that, you know, they feel or they believe that there's some sort of negative implication happening to that
wonderful.
because they've been critical of X or Elon. That's what they're claiming, at least.
As far as I know, Israeli officials made more progress in 24 hours with Trump delegation than with Biden in over 1 year from what I read. Trump didn't do it, but it is BC of him. 100.
Thank you for the super chats. I'll take... Well, I'm not going to take your word for it. But I appreciate the comment nonetheless. Thank you. Yeah. I just think... I don't know what other explanation there could be for the tick mark being removed, but I think he gets into it.
You keep clocking in the hours, and then eventually things start working out. And this is my third or like fourth YouTube... It's actually like my fourth or fifth YouTube channel, right? And so, like, this one, it's going to take a while for it to start growing, obviously. So, yeah, anyway, that...
of Doge is pathetic of the right. Asmon looks scared, but Stylo is the voice of reason.
Okay.
My 2025
Why are you
bingo
fucking
card
showing
is
Stylo?
What is going to happen next? Chud's hairline coming back. But the
Okay,
juice...
Nostrian Page. Thanks for the 333.
That's pretty much it. And you ever think about having a third Twitch channel that runs VOD? So I don't know, how much money do you make from YouTube per month? I'm going to give you an honest answer. I don't know. Some of the people that manage my money will just message me occasionally, and they'll say, hey, we're going to move over a large amount of money into these investments. You know, let's have a conversation about it.
What, dude, this is... Maybe he gets to it later. It just feels so crazy that a guy that runs a big tech platform has leaked your DMs, and you're going on about, like, some misunderstanding or it's about editors, but it's not.
We do, and
What's
then the money's
going
moved,
on?
right? That's about it. And so, like, I don't really think about it a whole lot. And so, yeah, it's that simple. Don't you think Elon is just joking, having fun? I think that...
What? Then what is this cope? He's being a petty tyrant. What are you on about? Yeah, just a joke, you know. Fucking about with your Twitter account without good reason off the back of this. Yeah, just a joke, guys. Oh, your YouTube channel just got demonetized. Don't worry, guys. Susan Wojcicki or that fucking Indian guy that runs it, he's just joking around. He's just having a laugh. Bro, what the fuck?
So he says, basically, this is what he says.
Bro.
No other way to say this. But while Asmon is good at cost...
I'll remember that. I'm going to remember that for next time. That's going to be the... when someone gets demonetized, some writer gets demonetized is moaning about it. It'll be, oh, they're just joking. They're just having a laugh. What do you mean?
The commentary and making fun of people. He is not good at video games. Shrug. And so I obviously retweet this. And I say, where did it come from? Leaking my DMs is one thing, but this is absolutely uncalled for. Which is like, again, we're just fucking around. Like, I don't take this serious. I don't give a fuck. It's not a big deal to me at all. Right? It's whatever. And that's fine.
It's whatever. What do you mean? This is insane. I get being tactful. This is a very difficult situation. A guy that runs one of the biggest social media platforms in the world has just leaked your DMs and you're saying it's no big deal. Huh? What? This is insane, dude.
Beats Elden Ring, not good at video games. Yes, exactly. And so that's really the way I see it. Should I have linked your rank 1 star auger parse? I mean, the thing is that I don't even. This is the way I look at it, right? It's easy to say
He is stoic. No, he's not stoic. He's sweeping. You misspelled sweeping.
That you don't care about being good at video games when you don't want to have to, when you're doing something bad. There are a lot of video game accomplishments that I could say, yeah, I have this or that or the other.
Well, no, listen, like I say, tactfulness is essential because this guy's fucking insane from the looks of it. This Elon Musk guy's a fucking freak.
But how do I make money
it's too
off
much,
depressed people?
you know? Thank you for the $10. Oh, it didn't read it out.
Chud to the Dwario hairline allegations. His video on Louis, he made some comments that sounded like hair envy. Then when asked about his hats, he says, "Trust me guys, I have hair very sus."
Think of the super chats.
Thing. But at the end of the day, I really meant what I said.
Being stoic, okay, like, which I'm guessing you mean to not display outward emotion. You don't have to spurg out about it, right? You can be tactful, but you would say, this is very concerning. Obviously, Elon Musk has got a lot of power. He runs the big tech platform. It's deeply concerning that he felt it appropriate to leak our DMs. And he's also using his massive platform on this to mischaracterize me tremendously and and point it out that way. You can do it in a calm fashion. But to act like it's not a big deal. No, it is a massive deal. This is a crazy thing that's happened. And he's just like acting like it's, you know, like someone said, it's like someone made a mistake in a game and he died or something. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking crazy.
When I said that I don't really care about being good at video games. So it's not really relevant to me whether, you know, somebody thinks I was good or not. It's just not a big deal.
And how Elon is. He's a joker. I remember when he came over and pranked my girlfriend from behind while I watched in the corner.
They give you 33. This has breached a boundary and it's unacceptable regardless if the content isn't important. Yeah, exactly. You just have to be... Yeah, but don't have to spurg out, but at least make a strong critique of this because it's just nuts.
Anyway, that's really it. And so I am Quinn's reaction. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. You used to though? Oh, I used to way too much. What did Quinn say?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money
like
off depressed people?
Chud, I was going to leak your DMs, but while scrolling through, I threw up. I have never seen so much trans cock in my life.
Okay.
Really, Chud? The Turkish hair systems work. Look at my early pictures, almost as bald as you. Keep chasing.
Thank you for the 333. That's very funny. Thank you. If let's say he was having some beef with some shitter.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Rightoids, when they get censored by lefties, go full V for vendetta, but when they get censored by the right, they go, it's not a big deal, guys.
Thank you for the super chat.
Okay, that's wonderful.
And thank you, Raz.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
For the super chat. Yeah, I just, like, you know, it's just like, I've forgotten what I was going to say because all the super chats, but nonetheless, I appreciate it. How many are we on now? Let's keep the goal moving.
What the hell? Bro, this thing is so laggy.
You know, how is he censored? I could agree that censor is perhaps a strong word. Yeah. I think you can just talk about what it is. I think DMs being leaked unnecessarily and having the blue check mark taken away, which just seems like the moves of a petty tyrant, right? Like he's using the power that he has to make changes to the account without good reason. I mean, I've not seen any good reason or argument why he's done any of this, you know?
Maybe just go level 80 something, you know? Do, like, at least, you know, maybe just go level 80 something, you know?
Flying too.
You might have to turn off the TTS until this segment is done. Do you know, you've just reminded me, right? I had someone leave a YouTube comment, didn't recognize the name. And they said, I was thinking about watching your content, but the TTS put me off. And I thought, okay, well, I don't really care if you don't want to watch my content. Like, I'd rather have TTS on because that is actually a source of income rather than some shitter moaning in the comments. I mean, I'm not having to go at you in saying that, by the way. I get this a bit annoying. But, like, this guy was, like, affronted by the idea that I have TTS on while I'm covering stuff on stream.
Close to the sun. I fucking said it. I said, see, the thing is that And this is the thing, is like if Elon wants to, we can figure out a way, because like I know the things that people can check if you're cheating. I'll help you cheat, and people won't know. But you can't do it like this. It's too fucking obvious. You can't. It's too fucking obvious.
Do some, level 97, bro. Top, but his ego's too big for that. It's too big. He's like, no, I want to be the highest rank possible so I can brag to Joe Rogan. And then Joe Rogan has no fucking clue what's going on, so he's gonna be like, wow, holy Elon, Elon, you're so good. How you? I was like, I don't know how I do it. I've got all these things in my head. I've got 12 things in my head right now. 12 things. There's 12 things in my head. And then I'm playing the game, and then I'm looking at my screen.
And you want to know the worst part about it? Is the fact that Quinn didn't even get his checkmark taken away. Wait. Quinn Rex? Yeah, there we go. Like, he didn't even get his check. Like, he didn't get in trouble. Like, Crip got in trouble. I got in trouble. Quinn didn't get in trouble. Quinn made the fucking video. That's not fucking fair.
The way he's talking, getting in trouble. Wait, what? Like he's getting in trouble. Like what? The way this is being framed is bizarre, man. The guy that runs Twitter is using his levers of power to make changes to your account unreasonably and without good reason. And that's getting in trouble, apparently. What? This is crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, I'll watch the rest of it.
There's a dog on my laptop, and at the same time I'm trying to read the chat and playing the game, and just there's just so much noise.
Yeah.
I need to quiet the demons.
Like he's talking about it like he's got some beef with a friend, and the friend's overly annoyed and being unreasonable, but he doesn't want to like go too hard because he's trying to like smooth things over. Do you know what I mean? He's like the dynamics here are like completely off for what we're actually dealing with when you think about it properly.
With inside me, okay? So that's why I go big dick in games and I become rank 1. It allows me to see the code. I can see the Matrix because I am Neo. I am literally him. I am half man, half god. I am Elon Musk.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, anyway, so Elon's all about free speech. When you talk about it removes your checkmark, this isn't believing consequences to speech. I think that he will see my point of view in time, and I understand that he's probably annoyed by it, and he might feel a bit betrayed, but I feel like I'd be betraying him if I did.
It's all very well that he's going to see your point of view in time, but this is his immediate reaction. Is that not a concern? The fact that he is this petty about it so quickly and seems to be impulsive? Seems like a pretty bad thing to me, especially if he's going to be associated with the Trump administration in this Department of Government Efficiency.
Didn't talk about it because if you want me to be honest...
Yeah, I was reading about that. Apparently Elon Musk is going to have office space in like the White House complex. I mean, obviously the White House has got like various buildings, I believe, and stuff, and apparently in one of those he's going to have some office or something. Is that true? What's going on? It's crazy. America's fucked.
And you want me to have a platform that is, I think that in general, like for a number of things, Elon and I are very much aligned with like the viewpoints that we have. And people might not like that, but it is a fact.
Yeah, this is, yeah. Elon Musk is expected to use office space in the White House complex. Jesus. That's pretty wild.
And so I can't use that and then be basically, making stuff up and defending it. I can't do that because then it destroys the...
Yes! Conservative attorney, I don't understand why Elon would do this idiotic shit. I like him, but this crap is literally the stuff I'm against. Like, he censorship on platforms and in person, and he lied. Yep.
Credibility.
Exactly.
Does that make sense? Or you really don't? Yeah, sure. Right? And what is this here? Elon wants yes men only? You were just glazing him now? You weren't thinking of any of this before? Of course
I mean, I'm repeating myself at this stage. But I mean, again, I'm not expecting him to go hell for leather, spurging out. I just think that there's a better balance here where you're not sweeping to this level, but you're also not going ballistic, but you're just making pointed criticisms of the behavior in a calm, reasonable way. I think that's probably better.
No, there have been a lot of people. No, see, you guys don't know this because most people don't make it public. There have been a lot of people who have been really upset and angry at me that I've covered topics that involve situations that they're involved with. And some of them are creators. Some of them are people in, the gaming industry. Some of these people are other just known people, etc. That there has been a lot of people who have been unhappy about the way that I've covered things. Mr. Beast, to be honest, no. That's actually not an example of it. Mr. Beast has never complained to me about the way that I cover content. He has never complained to me about it. And so I don't want to go, guys, let's stop. I just gave one example. I don't want to, play, like who's who, where it's like I
wouldn't. A big creator putting pressure on you to cover something a certain way is obviously frustrating. But I don't think it's the same dynamic as the guy that owns the social media platform doing this. I just don't think the dynamic is equivalent to make that sort of comparison.
I'm disqualifying certain people, and then people are trying to like draw a connection. Okay, so he didn't say this person, he didn't say that person, right? And so that's it. Get the gist of it, right? And so anyway, that's just my first example. And but it was not Mr. Beast. And anyway, so that's basically the way that I look at it. And if you're not, I feel like you always try to be fair when you talk about a topic and try to stay away from getting anything personal. I do. I really try to be. I really try to be fair. And I think that in some cases, people might think that my fairness is wrong. They might think that I have the wrong viewpoint. But I think that, for example, with like my takes on, I think TikTok is very split. There's a lot of people in the audience who are not fans of my viewpoint on TikTok. And then you have other people who, like, I think best example is Pirate Software thing. A lot of people didn't like that I initially defended, like, what Pirate Software did. Like, and, like, how he played in Dire Mall. And people were really angry about that. But I came to that conclusion myself, and I just decided that because I thought that was what it looked like to me, right? Now, it doesn't really matter to me whether other people agree with it or not.
Right, it's so funny that he brings up, he was more upset at Yamoto. He was more upset about Yamoto making what were maybe pointed but reasonable things than he is at Elon. It's just like I don't know, dude. It's just crazy. It's just an insane way that he's handling this that I just think is way too soft. But hey, look, who knows? If I was in a beef with Elon Musk, who knows what the fuck I would do?
The reality is that if I think that it makes sense, well, then I'm going to imagine that's what happened. And also, like, another point with Quinn, you call him out with a PoE thing, then you call him out for wanting to stream on X, aka you guys are connected, so he felt betrayed. Yeah, no, I definitely, I could see that, and I don't really think that's the case at all. I mean, I don't look at it.
So what happened was, Yamoto was, I guess you could say, spurging out in chat, fine. But, like, asmongold was talking about it, but he was giving, like, wrong, unreasonable takes on it, and Yamoto was trying to point out what his side was. And then when Yamoto asked to come on stream, which to me is fairly reasonable, you're arguing with someone in chat, they asked to come on stream, asmongold refused to, and said he wasn't interested in talking to him about it because he didn't want to talk to him about what someone else did wrong, despite the fact that he'd just spoken about it on stream, and then continued to talk about it. So it just felt like he didn't want to have a conversation with someone where he could end up losing or looking bad. That's what it came across like to me. Because why would you not bring him on to talk about it when you've been arguing? You know, he wants to have the power position that he's on stream there in the chat and not break the facade that he's just correct about this because Yamoto would have possibly pushed him and got him to a point where maybe he changed his perspective.
That way. But, sure. You were wrong initially, though. Do you have bias, though? I try to not cover topics that involve people that I'm close friends with because I think that bias will leak into the coverage, and I don't want to...
This motherfucker is friends with Pirate Software and did an hour and a half video about it. It feels like... Look.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Gene Cyboy became a member.
Thank you for the 5 gifted. And we got a super chat too. American Dante. Elon should send a gaggle of Indians to Goyman Dumpster to super grope him as a joke, of course. Very, okay. Thank you for the $5. And Ancient Madness. Very much appreciate it. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Appreciate that. I mean, it was clear that he was having a soft take on private software, I believe, because he's friends with him or has done videos with him. And that's fine if you admit it. But well, I'll be fair. I've not seen all of his coverage of it. I've mainly seen clips. But I don't know if he made that clear. I think he could have done a lot more to make it clear that his take is biased by his friendship with pirate software.
I don't want to misinform people, right? It's the same as like a judge recuses himself of a case. And so that's the way I see it. Did you feel any pressure to not cover it from Elon? No, I mean, obviously, like, when I saw the video, I was thinking to myself, yeah, there's a chance he'll probably maybe see it and get mad. I mean, of course that crossed my mind. No, I still did it. But, like, of course I would think that. Yeah, I mean, it's common sense that you would come to that conclusion, right? Of course. But, anyway, it's still, like, what I would do. And, yeah, you went way too easy on him? Really? I mean, how hard did you expect me to go? Like, I don't think it's that big of a thing. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I was very fair. And again, like, you really did? Yeah, sure, right? Would you still consider uploading to X after this? Oh, we got to talk about the ads. We got to talk about the ads and, like, the revenue. We got to figure that out.
Like, what? It's just not like one of the... He's just so relaxed about the whole thing. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, we got to figure that out now. And, yeah, because, like, yeah, I don't know. But, no, I don't have any, as I said, I don't take any of this stuff seriously at all. And...
A guy that runs one of the biggest social media platforms in the world lied about you, unreasonably released your DMs, and used the levers of power he has on the platform to make changes to your account that were unauthorized and unjustified. How is that not a problem? Holy fuck,
yeah, you gave up way too easily. He was truly fucked up for this. Fucked up for what? Oh, for the, wait, for what? This? I'm so confused. I think your video is pretty mild. Yeah, I tried to do that. It's crazy to me. He accuses you to be under some boot while you covered him negatively, basically on the most powerful people on Earth. Well, sure. Well, anyway, this is my life, okay?
Hi, 8 to 9 figure person living in a paid off house from his parents, not worried about petty retarded billionaire. Color me surprised. Well, yeah, I just think, take this to its logical conclusion. Let's say there was someone that was reliant on income from X, and they did something that upset Elon Musk, and he used his power to take that away. If it happened on YouTube, and it was a progressive thing, he'd be fucking going crazy over it. I'm pretty sure he's probably criticised YouTube for demonetizing people previously. But here, he's like, he can't take it through to its logical conclusion, and he just seems to want to sweep for Elon Musk. It's insane.
So, initially, I'm an Elon Musk dick rider, and I'll defend him no matter what. And then I'm ignoring the Quinn video. Then I watch the Quinn video. And now Elon Musk is mad at me. I'm like getting my verification.
Yeah, but what does Asmon care personally? Elon could get him removed from all tech platforms and he'd be able to say, okay, I guess I retire then. I don't think DK's sweeping. I think he's criticising Asmon for like basically being like a I'm alright Jack type thing. You know, I think that's what he's trying to point out, i.e., I'm fine, so what's the problem? It doesn't really affect me.
Taken away on Twitter, and it's like, it just doesn't matter
He's
what
being
I
critical.
do. People are going to have something to say about it, you know what I mean? That's just it. Yeah, whole checkmark thing is authoritarian in my opinion, the exact thing both of you hate. I think so too. I think it was dumb to take away the checkmark. I think that he realized that, and that's why, let's see, do I have it now? I still have it. I'm waiting for my gaming checkmark
No, the
to come
segment is
back.
dragging. Yeah, I'm getting a bit bored of this. So I'll speed up a bit actually, because I'm getting a bit bored of him fucking sweeping for Elon. I wanted to talk about the checkmark thing, but yeah, no, let's crack on.
Hopefully it's gonna be soon.
One guy, mate.
Yeah, you know, I'm just waiting. You know, just turn it back on, man. Come on, you know that's what's fair. You know that's what's fair. Crip doesn't. Crip got his checkmark taken away. I was gonna tweet him. I said, does that mean I have to pay you $8 a month now? But I decided not to. And anyway, what's this here? Criparian.
Yes, Aiden told me about this. The GTA 5 RP streamer that has a crazy mental breakdown and gets slapped by a mum. Can someone link that in the Discord and I'll check it out after this if you got it.
Let me see. Okay.
Oh, I muted alerts earlier. As was breaking kayfabe. Thank you, Salazar, for the 333.
Crip never had it. Is that true? And also, by the way...
And Aswin would sound like him talking Jews. Okay, thank you for the super chat. American Dante.
There are some people that were making, like, they were, like, I saw the clip of Quinn. Hopefully Quinn won't mind me saying this, but, like, Quinn reached out to me, and he actually, like, I don't think apologize is the right word, but he clarified, like, he wasn't trying to, like, take shots at me or something for, like, the fact that I hadn't watched the Elon video, and people had taken that a bit out of context. So, like, yeah, he talked about exactly, yeah. And so, like, I just want to let you guys know, like, me and Quinn are 100% good. Like, there's no issue. Like, that was never even a thing. That was just, like, an internet. And, like, I've known Quinn for years, right? And so, like, I never took it that way. But, yeah, there it is. Just in case people think that, like, there was something going on there, that it wasn't even a thing. So, yeah. Do you think the checkmark remove is him messing around and being serious? I have no idea. Yeah, I cannot read people's minds. So, anyway, that's basically where we're at. Now, what happens after this, I'm not really sure. I have no idea. 2025 is wild. What's your take on the mental state of Elon after this? I mean, I've been so embarrassed to be in public. World's person. Am I overthinking it? I think that he just doesn't give a shit, and he says whatever he thinks in the moment, and that's basically about it. I mean, that's just, like, I don't know. Yeah, that's... I guess I've grown up with a lot of people like that. It's just pretty normal to me. Yeah. And what's this here? You see Quinn's tweet? Oh, which one? I've seen too many of them. And anyway, so why don't you start a live on Twitter right now? The best time to farm? Well, because I'm not monetized anymore. I got taken out of the gaming program. See, I would have gone live on Twitter to do this, but, you know, since he had to take away my gaming badge and now I wouldn't be getting paid, well, I mean, I can't do it now. I mean, that's, yeah, what the hell? So it's too bad.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, dude. He doesn't give a shit. Elon Musk is a massive self-sucker. He's like the Ouroboros snake, literally sucking his own cock constantly about how fucking... Like, even the clip we watched the other day where he's banging on about he's a Quake professional, in response to criticism of the PoE stuff, it's like, oh, actually, I was really good at Quake. And it's like, simultaneously sucking himself off, whilst also not addressing the actual criticism which he boosted his account.
Real shame, isn't it? And anyway, so that's basically where it is. And anyway... Elon's friends with Jeff Bezos, couldn't tell him permanent. Or scared of Elon, you're talking like you have a filter. Well, I don't hate Elon. And I think that you guys have maybe noticed this, is that when I have a disagreement or somebody gets mad at me, I really try to never make it personal. And this has been like a goal that I've had for, like, I don't know, maybe about a year now, probably a bit less, is that I do genuinely try to not make it personal. And that's it.
All right, Stylo.
No,
we invented the language, okay? Chill out. Okay, dude, I was about to say something really racist. Bro, if we had your way, we'd all be going, all that shit, wouldn't we? Okay.
Like free speech, yeah, what about Yamato? Well, he was, to be honest, yeah, and I probably went a little bit too hard on Yamato. But listen, complaining to the guildmaster, like, this is like, can I talk to the teacher?
You
know, I need to speak to the manager thing. I thought it was ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You're complaining. You're talking to the manager. Yes.
That was crazy.
Anyway, so you handled the Taliesin situation way better than most, even when he was fully unhinged. Well, what do you mean when he was? I mean, I don't know. That's not very descriptive. But yeah.
Much, man.
And so yeah. Anyway, being monetized on the website has nothing to do with First Amendment chat. Are you gonna watch Destiny reacting to the Elon Musk and Sam Harris falling out? No, I've not seen that. Apparently there was some COVID bet or something like that. Who do you think has a better Elden Ring build, me or Elon? I'm going to be honest. And it's not even close. Me. It's not
racism.
Even remotely close. So yeah, the wall, well, it's not even the wall. Even the jump attack build that I had back in the day was really, really good too.
Okay,
so,
I mean, yeah, watch
you're going way harder on some other cheaters in the past. Now it's just normal behavior to you. Yeah, I've tried to dial things back and not get as mad or as vitriolic as I used to. Is that bad? Is that bad? Like,
See, there is at least some plausible deniability here because he did have that big thing about Gaza. But then I guess the test would be... Well, I don't buy this, man. He was going fucking hard at that Yamoto guy the other day. He was going so hard at him. He was being quite vitriolic towards him. The Irish are getting very uppity these days. We invented the Greek language. No, you invented violent alcoholism. Okay.
That's what I said. Like when I came back from taking a break.
Yeah. Okay.
On like you know, like I was not taking a break. I got suspended for 2 weeks, right? And so like after that, I really tried to dial down the emotional vitriol that I would have on the stream. Now, obviously, like I'm a human being, and so people make mistakes, but I've tried to treat a lot of internet drama and stuff like that more like it's entertainment rather than it is some kind of like big deal or big problem. Does that make sense?
He's on asmongold's channel.
This has got the clips in. I just want the clips and I couldn't find them.
I'm not trying to say
Puffy,
it wasn't
please
your
come
fault.
back. I'm sorry about everything. Puffy,
you weren't trying
I
to say
didn't
it was
mean
all I'm
anything.
trying-
Oh, dude, okay. One thing I've noticed with some of these streamers is they're streamers of more experience and higher viewership than me, but they don't seem to understand the basic concept that voices overlap. And, like, there are moments where, like, there's, like, a meeting, and they're trying to talk over the meeting. And it's like, why are you trying to talk over the meeting? You need to mute that or pause the video you're watching because the voices just overlap and you can't really hear anything. And it's very annoying. But anyway, dude, is this it?
All right. I like Thor. Let's go ahead and look at his situation.
Dude, I really want to see him spurging out Yamoto.
Heal him.
What you shouldn't have done.
He's here.
Let me ask you something. So I guess you're unhappy. Thor had enough mana to save someone easily. How could Thor have saved Mr. Bear?
No, that's not it.
Go ahead. Let's evaluate.
Where does he speak to Yamoto? Come on, dude.
Solid is 47, normal's 23. Wait, what?
We've already litigated this to death, so I just want to watch him spurging out Yamoto. Oh, here it is, I think. Yeah, this is it.
Oh, we need real quick.
We'll give it a minute.
I need one ring from the tribute.
Okay, I probably have a 1v1 duel with Soda in 1 hour.
I mean, yeah, that should be enough. Like, we can just speed one north. It's
How long does one north run take? Okay, I don't think we can do it, bro. Not gonna lie. We need to get 5 people.
This guy wants me to call him? For what? What did Thor do wrong? What did he do wrong? You should give me a call. I'm not going to give you a call. What did he do wrong? Well, I have to type, so it's going to take a while?
Is it? Dude, okay. Like, I guess you could say he's not being super vitriolic here, but this is, like, very obnoxious behavior. Making the person type in chat. If it's some absolute shitter, if it's like some fucking Novia Randy shitter, maybe you could see this. But it's like, if they're a Novia Randy shitter, you probably wouldn't be talking about it. And he's already been talking about it, edited for like half an hour already, strongly disagreeing with one of the guys involved. And now he's making him type in chat so he can retain the power position. It's quite cringe.
Okay, let me ask you a better question. This would be an easy one for you. Why did you try to blind the boss? He slaps the dogs in the face and he sprinted out. The rogue made the right decision. The rogue did exactly what Thor did, but the rogue knew that he had Vanish and he had other escapes, so he could afford to play closer. Thor didn't have that opportunity because he couldn't play closer.
So what's his tone like with him?
Taking a bit. Okay. Sorry, I apologize. It automatically deletes comments that are really long. I said 5 times or more that all of us did mistakes and no one is actually to blame. Okay. So, if no one is actually to blame, if you were to create a percentage rubric of what percentage was it of every person in the group's fault that the other pack with the mage got aggroed? Like, for example, like for you, like how much percentage was it your fault? Bro, read it all. Why? Like, let's go back. We're gonna start at the beginning. My final try to save our tank, even though I only knew that it's not gonna work, but in the end, I did save the tank. The main reason I got upset is the mage is how he hasn't tried anything to save the group. We were all in Discord and all apologized to each other, so he refused to talk to us and just basically said that we're all stupid. Well, what would you call jumping? So if you're a feral druid and you randomly decide to jump into another pack of mobs, what word would you use to describe that? It'd be way easier talking to voice because it's not worth it. It was about what's done in the game and how people acted and reacted.
It's not, dude. So, you're not going to talk on voice, but you are willing to talk to him from chat, so he is at a significant disadvantage when he's one of the primary people in the dramas, and you've been talking about it extensively already. Like, I agree that you shouldn't just let you talking about something be an opportunity for some absolute shit-eating loser getting a free clout boost. But, like, this is not what this is. This guy is already a somewhat prominent streamer in his own right, and you're talking extensively being critical of him, and he's in chat, and you're continuing to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it just feels like this, it's a totally reasonable expectation that this guy gets to come on if you're completely disagreeing and completely backing pirate software.
And he definitely reacted the worst. He reacted the worst because you were trying to apply a shared accountability when there was no shared accountability. Who made the call to run? Who was it? Snuppy wants to talk? Okay, well, I'll speed run that. Unbind spacebar. Turn your monitor on. Conversation's over. I'm not going to talk to some moron that doesn't know how to pay attention to aggroing other mobs. I don't want to...
I'm not going to talk to some moron. I mean, the energy is very different. This idea that he's trying to be less vitriolic and like, this is how he's fucking talking to these people. I mean, it's just obvious and so transparent that he is handling this very differently. He's being harsher here. Now, look, I get it. I understand the situation. Elon Musk is Elon Musk and so on. But it's like this cope that he's doing, if he's trying to be nicer about things, well, where is that energy in this drama exactly?
I want to debate with you about this. I can watch the fucking screen. I played the game for 20 years. You fucked up. It's obvious that you fucked up. I'm not going to sit here and listen to you try to fucking do mental gymnastics about why it's not your fault that you jumped into another pack of mobs. It's a waste of my fucking time. It's a waste of everybody's time. The third mistake was saying to run, which we had to, but we still could stick together. But we could still stick together. So who made the call? So you said to run. So is that right? So you were the one that said to run. Without giving a chance for me to talk is insane cringe. When did I say it wasn't my fault? No. I'm not trying to say it wasn't your fault. That you weren't trying to say it was fault. All I'm trying to say it is primarily your fault. Like, this idea that it's everyone's fault, this is a euphemism that you're creating to displace accountability away from yourself. You made a bad call, and your tank was too stupid to zoom his camera out, and he aggroed a third pack. That's where the faults are. The healer didn't fuck up. Pirate didn't fuck up. And you as a player didn't fuck up either until you decided to blind the boss that's immune to blind. How is it my fault? You called for people to run. If somebody like, says run.
We get the gist, right? He's so bothered about this. It's just so crazy that this is... And it's just like... But this... Even if he was like, this is very concerning and was calmly explaining it, I would be like, fine. But it's like the fact he's saying this is no big deal, and he's claiming that he's having this energy because he's trying to be less vitriolic, but then he's acting like that literally a week ago. It's just, it's bizarre. It's totally bizarre.
Would have on the stream. Now, obviously, like, I'm a human being, and so people make... Is that bad? Like, that's what I said, like, when I came back from taking a break on, like, not taking a break, I got suspended for 2 weeks, right? And so, like, after that, I really tried to dial down the emotional vitriol that I would have on the stream. Now, obviously, like, I'm a human being, and so...
When he could have applied that was when he was talking about the Yamato guy, but I guess Yamato is just an easy target, isn't he?
People make mistakes, but I've tried to treat a lot of internet drama and stuff like that more like it's entertainment rather than it is some kind of like big deal or big problem. Does that make sense? Life's too short to have a vitriol be a hitter. Yeah, exactly. Like, I would get really mad about stuff, and I don't want to go through that at all. And anyway, so Redditor's mad you don't hate Elon. People are going to get mad about anything that I do. But this is the thing for me, and I want people to understand this, and you can respect this or not, but either way, you can take it to the fucking bank. I will try to be as fair from my point of view as I possibly can be, regardless of what people say about me, regardless of how people treat me, and regardless of their...
So was he fair to the Yamato? And literally, that's recent. That's like less than a week ago. Was he fair to Yamato there? What is he on about, dude? Like, it's totally fine to be concerned, okay? I get it. It's Elon Musk. You're going to handle it differently. But just say that. Just say that's what's happening. Like, why does he have to act like this is all a product of him being reasonable and not actually because he's a bit concerned about Elon Musk being a total fucking petty tyrant freak? Especially when we've got other recent evidence of him acting in a very different fashion with something that doesn't even fucking involve him against a smaller streamer.
Ass behavior towards me. I try to be fair regardless. Please invoke Elon, grow a backbone. You just want me to say a bunch of bad shit about him. That's all you want me to do. You want me to sit here and talk a bunch of shit Can you react to your apology? Jesus, what? Who is this guy? Is so weird. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Your own chat's trying to dictate your
he banned
behavior.
him.
I think that there's a lot of people. So, and this has been going on a lot, and it is from certain communities. We're not going to name the communities, but there are certain communities out there that have been very ambitious and very enthusiastic about pushing narratives about me having some sort of hidden agenda or things like that. I spend a lot of time on Reddit. I spend a lot of time on Twitter. I see a lot of these posts, a lot. I read them. I will look up, posts about myself because I am an egomaniac. And so if you guys are doing stuff like that, I probably do see it. I know what's going on. I know what's happening. It's also white nationalist.
Okay.
No, I have read.
How do I make
So
money off
I'm
of
getting a bit
press
bored of this, and there's another piece of content I
Asmon
want to
will
get
get
into.
tired of the light criticism he is getting and go on one of his mental health breaks for 3 months. Very weak person.
Thank you for the $5. What is this I've been linked? Chud, this is an example of asmongold letting Spurgs in because the accused is not his friend. Wait, what?
Bond as our moderator. Okay, this is the same guy from the last video that was talking about it. Okay, this is her. She has not responded yet. All right, you're going to respond. You remember this guy? Okay, we're going to get the real response for, at least the closest thing that we can get to it for this. White Knights to the rescue? Her mod's coming in like a sheep for the slaughter?
that's
No,
wonderful.
I mean, he
But
just
how do I
wants to
make
explain
money
his
off the
point of
press
view.
people?
What's wrong with that? Yeah, her mod did nothing wrong.
you
Yeah,
guys.
keep in mind, guys, the mod did nothing wrong. Be nice, guys. Hey, what's up? Hey, can you guys hear me?
What? And they get on a call? Dude, that's crazy. So this person gets on a call, but the other guy, directly involved in the drama, by the way. Oh, bro, that is insane. This was before the... What difference does it make? Why does it matter? What difference does it make if it's before the ban or not? That isn't a relevant factor in this. Okay? The point is, he's not shy about bringing shitters on. It's not like he's doing a sort of clout thing where he's like no free clout type shit or being consistent on that. Come on, dude. You must see what the dynamic there, surely. He's using the ban as a cope to justify not, not going harder at Elon. I don't even think it needs to be hard. It doesn't need to be Elon's a retarded freak loser. Da 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 da. It doesn't have to be that. It just has to be a substantive critique presented calmly that this is a troubling development and it speaks ill of Elon's personality and impulsiveness that he's decided to behave this way. Something like that. Someone put a comment in chat earlier that was perfect. But anyway, the thing is look, we obviously we all behave differently and act differently about things. Every one of us, myself included, we all do this. We all have dealt with situations more tactfully or cautiously than perhaps we should have done on reflection because of the people involved. Okay, I just think you've got to be honest about that, and I just think that asmongold is not being honest with himself about that. Maybe he will in the future. Maybe he'll reflect and go, we're going too easy on Elon. Maybe that might happen. But I mean, yeah, it seems pretty obvious that's what's going on here. I need to take a quick break anyway, and then we're going to move on to some other thing that apparently is very funny lolcow shit. I don't know anything about it, but it should be some good entertainment, hopefully.